a custom roster. I don't know if you saw in the comments on the last video. Poster said that they had a custom roster for 2018, and here it is. So let's check it out. We'll go with this one for a little bit, and they said they're going to update it as they go. So what will we call this? I'll just call it Nulios so I remember. In all caps, I guess, but there we go. Alright, so they've got Nader on the team, and some of the other updated roster stuff. Let's see, anybody else on here who shouldn't be here? That's what I'm wondering. Tatum, Baines, Zizic, Theus, who wasn't on the previous one. Alright, so we'll go with this for a little bit. Save the roster. We'll jump in and play some games. I know I have to keep deleting my franchise, but once the actual season starts, it'll be good. So let's see. We'll delete these. My poor My League files. Those I wasn't doing that great anyway, so. Alright. Auto save off. Custom roster on. Let's see. Load sliders. Best sliders. Real. For real. V2. Realistic settings. Realistic sliders. These both have a lot of downloads. This one has a lot of updates, so let's check this one out. How'd they do the sliders? Okay. I'll go with their sliders. Hall of Fame. Some quarter length. So they put their quarter length at 11 minutes. I don't know if we're gonna do that. I'll put it down to 6 for everything. Injuries on. Trade override. Enabling this allows you to override the CPU when they decline your trade offer. We'll do that just in case we have to make any roster moves. Customize the league. No, we don't need that. Custom roster on. Normalize play the sim stats. Normalize play to sim stats. Okay. And we'll use the Nulius roster. Celtics, like normal. Draft combine, auto. Manual. Target list, auto. And then we'll get the 2018 draft class. I wonder if Nulius has a draft class. Let's see. Otherwise, I'll just go with 2018. No, okay, he doesn't. So I'm gonna go with this one. I should search for any others, but well, why don't we search for 2018? See what else we pull up. 2018. Yeah, a lot of rosters that don't have a lot of downloads. So, who knows how accurate those will be. Not a lot of downloads, not a lot of updates. So we'll go with this. Alright, and we're gonna save. Oh yeah, that was the one thing I was gonna check. We'll exit out of here. We'll let it save. I wanted to check if he said he didn't put certain players on the roster yet because they haven't officially gone on the roster, but maybe he put them in the league. So let's just go check that out and then we can redo this. Roster creation. Because it's almost guaranteed that Salt 17. No, yes. Yeah, let's just check his free agent class because maybe he's got the players that we're looking for in here. Jabari Bird was one of them. But yeah, I don't think he put them in the game until they get signed to the roster. He's not going to add them, so we'll wait that out. There's no reason to rush that. And let's go. Why are the Celtics so good? Let's check out the roster real quick. Roster. He's a 92. Jaylen Brown went up to a 90. Wow. Hayward, Smart, Horford, Crowder. Okay. We're a bit too stacked right now, but we'll see how this goes.
It's the 2K Sports pregame show.
Hello, basketball fans. Ernie Johnson here, joined by Shaquille O'Neal, Kenny the Jet Smith. Tonight, two teams start fresh for their first game of the season, both squads believing this will be a great year. And in our matchup tonight, we'll see the Boston Celtics going up against the Philadelphia 76ers. For Philadelphia, they're facing a tough environment to tip off their new season. On the road, they'll have a lot to contend with.
At small forward, at 6'9", number 16, Marcus Morris. The big man, 6 feet 10 inches, number 42, Al Horford. Starting at the other forward position, standing 6'8", number 20, Gordon Hayward. The other forward, at 6'6", number 7, Jaylen Brown. At the point, at 5'9", number 4, Isaiah Thomas. Your head coach is Brad Stevens. Let's hear it for Boston Celtics.
This is it. Opening day. The regular season is set to begin, and we're thrilled to bring you all the live action right here on 2K Sports. This is Kevin Harlan alongside Greg Anthony and Clark Kellogg. This Boston crowd ready to roar in this Eastern Conference matchup for the Celtics. And they're starting off the season playing Philadelphia here. Last year was a lopsided affair as they were able to take all 4 games in the series, earning the sweep.
Yeah, and they took care of business against this group last year, winning the season series.
Yeah, Greg, you're right. They're the better team. I mean, they expect to win this matchup. We'll see if they can take care of business tonight.
Look at the 76ers starting group. They've got the prodigy. J.J. Redick is out there with Jared Bayless. Then it's Johnson, and it's Okafor in at the 5. And the wide open shot from Redick. Offensive rebound, Johnson.
All the officials are all over that one.
Clearly a foul. I mean, didn't give him any choice but to blow the whistle. I mean, you got to play without fouling.
And he's got his first free throw of the game. And that one falls for Johnson. And watching Amir Johnson, Clark, he seems so casual about silently destroying opponents in the paint, and he's carried that air about him almost his entire career.
You know what? He's rarely had plays called for him, Kevin. He doesn't produce a bunch of highlights, but he's really potent. I mean, one of the league's best at defending opponents at the rim, grabbing in-traffic rebounds. Those both are valuable assets.
Thomas gets the bucket. Here's Simmons. Now we'll go to Doris Burke, who had a chance to talk with head coach Brett Brown.
Guys, he anticipates they'll be able to take advantage of the perimeter defense they're facing today and convert a lot of easy chances and uncontested looks from the outside. We'll see if they can knock them down, Kevin.
Doris, thank you. No, Clark, hard to create spacing without the three.
I agree there. I mean, I'd say it's almost impossible with the size and speed of players in this day and age.
So it's Philadelphia now, after the basket by Boston. And he drops in the layup off the glass.
Yeah, strong move to the basket there. Nice power to get that up and in.
Morris passes to Hayward. Lays it up and banks it in.
In that tight, with that much of an advantage height-wise, there's just not a lot the defense can do.
Bayless dishes to Simmons. And it's blocked by Brown. And the ball goes out of bounds. Last touch by Morris.
76ers ball.
On defense, Boston. Johnson kicks to Redick. 6 to shoot. And taken away by Brown. And he makes no mistake on the slam dunk.
Quick hands on the steal and then just mad hops on the slam.
Great sequence for them defensively and Clark offensively.
Well, one usually leads to the other, Kevin. That's just good, aggressive, attacking basketball at both ends.
And here they come. Here's Thomas. So he gets the whistle. Contact on the way up and 2 shots coming up. Let's look at the energy stats, how the hustle game has been going for the Celtics.
You know, they've done a great job of getting a hand up on shooters. Actually have gotten a lot of blocks as well, solidifying that defensive effort.
And also defensively, they've been able to cause some turnovers tonight, and that also builds confidence and gives you momentum.
Well, last year for the Celtics, they weren't exactly world beaters at home. Still good enough, though, to get the job done.
Yeah, just a game over 500 here in Boston. Not great, but at least it was over 500 for a young up-and-coming team.
Here's Morris. 76ers getting the bucket. It's Brown with the drop. That's not as easy as he made it look, guys. You've got to have some skills to pull that baby off.
Well, he's got plenty of those skills necessary.
And you know what?
Man.
That man can climb a ladder. You know, the defense has got to do a much better job of fighting over those screens.
And, Greg, especially when the ball is in his hands. I mean, come on now. You know he doesn't miss too many open looks like that.
Now here's Thomas. Back to Hayward. And a little luck that time, but it drops. Hayward's got his second bucket of the night.
Really nice dime drop in there. Playmaking ability is exactly what you get from Isaiah Thomas.
Here's Simmons. It's hauled in by Brown.
That's the kind of D you need when he's got the ball near the hoop. They were all over him.
Here's Hayward. Misses the layup. He had him with that pump fake.
Oh, excellent interior D to force the miss.
His defensive ability is a big factor. I mean, there's no denying that.
Now here's Reddick, and stolen by Horford. Hayward goes in. Off target at the rim. The 76ers trail by 4. Johnson kicks to Bayless. Picked by Okafor. The feed to Reddick. Knocked loose.
Yeah, great look, but disappointing with the miss.
Boy, what happened on that one, Greg? I mean, that's almost an automatic shot for him.
Now, here's Thomas. A minute 20 left to play in the first. Horford, no luck.
Major defensive lapse right there. I mean, he's not a player you can leave open for a jump shot. You got to stay attached to him. They're lucky he couldn't punish them for it.
Here is the 2K leaderboard with last season's top passing teams. In fourth, the Celtics.
Just a gifted passing team. They play the kind of basketball that fans love to watch. Very unselfish and fluid offensively.
And Philadelphia decides to take their first timeout right here. So Boston ends up going with a new group.
All right, let's keep it going for your Celtics dancers.
Here's the chosen one. Embiid the screen. Anderson outside. Here's Shorty. Shot clock at 6. From the baseline. And it's blocked. And he's able to get it back. The 76ers again can't hit it. 46 seconds left in the first. They set the screen. Feeds to Saric. Anderson outside. Here's the chosen one. Embiid the screen. The chosen one. And he sinks that one, hitting the back of the rim on the way in.
How about the screen that frees him up, though, for the jumper?
Baines passes to A-Train. Here's Rozier. And lots of contact there. Missing the shot. He'll shoot 2. For Boston, they have missed both free throws they've attempted tonight. First free throw is good. And so he makes both from the line.
Steady work at the free throw line. Just what we're used to seeing out of him.
The 76ers trail by 4. Here's the chosen one. It's deflected. The steal.
Got it! Got it! All right, fans, let's get up! Let's get loud! Your Celtics!
Neither team able to build much of a lead up to this point as we start the second quarter. And what do you guys think about Boston here in this one?
You know, it's been about how solid they've been offensively here. Really tuned in with one another.
Good ball movement, and it's paid off on the scoreboard.
And a moment now to reset the lineups courtesy of Gatorade, all fueled up for the second quarter of basketball. So on the floor for Philadelphia, Sarge is out there with Embiid. Then it's Shorty. Then there's Anderson. And it's the chosen one in at the 1. Now here's Embiid. Isaiah Thomas unable to get his last shot to go. Here's Shorty. Down to 5 on the shot clock. Here's the chosen one. And that misses. That would have put him up. Philadelphia last year struggled in a number of ways, Greg. The big one was they couldn't make shots as a team. Very basic.
Kevin, lowest field goal percentage in the entire league, and by a wide margin. Hard to get any wins when that's the case.
Here's the chosen one after Gordon Hayward's bucket.
You know what? That's what you like to see. A perfect pass leading him right into the shot. Didn't even have to break stride.
The Celtics with the lead. Here's Brown. Oh, yes, he did. 5 up and 5 down for him so far.
And, you know, the Sixers did end with the lowest field goal percentage in the league. Shot just under 41% on the season. Easily put them in last place, and you can't win if you shoot that poorly.
So the whistle blows on the shot and 2 free throws for the contact right there.
Here's a look at some stats for Thomas. Some last season stats for him. He averaged about 16 points a game, 4 assists and 2 rebounds. And just look at those scoring totals. He's been doing what he does best, putting points on the board.
Absolutely. I mean, he has those real natural scoring instincts. The ability to find creases in the defense, just fantastic.
And Philadelphia making a change here. Okafor's checked in. Johnson comes in for Saric. The prodigy, he's checked in for Anderson. And J.J. Redick is subbed in for Shorty. T's checked in for Brown.
All right, let's keep it going for your Celtics dancers.
Thomas dishes to Morris. Outside for Thomas. The shot by Hayward, wide open. No good from outside.
And guys, you would have hoped the 76ers would have improved over the course of the season, but really their shooting got worse after the All-Star break, dropping below 40%.
And the shot is good from Johnson.
Clearly, he's one of the best there is in the business when it comes to making that lead pass.
Hayward kicks to Thomas. Passes it to Morris. Shot is off. Excellent D there by Johnson. For Philadelphia, they've gone 2 of 4 shooting the ball here in the second. Here's the chosen one, and that one is hammered home.
And Kevin, who says a point guard should look to pass first? I mean, not when you can finish like this fella.
Well, Clark, he wasn't going to give that opportunity up to a teammate.
Well, you know, Kevin, that's one he'll always take himself, and he should. I mean, you can't pass up that kind of opportunity or fun.
Yeah, heads-up aggressive play right there. Saw the smaller man on him and took it straight to the basket. And really just trying to take the wind out of their sails here, I think. You know, they're on the wrong end of a run and need to just kind of exhale.
Yeah, sometimes you just need to stop the bleeding. Things were starting to spiral completely out of control, and I think a timeout was a no-brainer there.
Time called here. The Celtics decide to talk it over. And a new group in for the Celtics. T's checked in for Marcus Morris. Crowder comes in for T. Brown is checked in for Gordon Hayward. And Smart subbed in for Thomas. And Philadelphia also making a switch. Jared Bayless is checked in for the chosen one. And Okafor with the block. Here's Simmons off with the layup.
And one thing about Marcus Smart, he is a terror on the defensive end. Built like a tank with a giant wingspan. He's already one of the more physical defenders in the game. And while he isn't cat quick, he's a good overall athlete with great anticipation and strong hands. Really a game changer.
That one misses. Getting back to Smart's defense, he's agile enough to guard ones and powerful enough, Clark, to guard threes.
Exactly, and his value goes beyond his ability to guard multiple positions. It's the warrior mentality he brings to the defensive end that makes him one of the better defenders in the NBA at any age.
Here in the second quarter, just under 3.5 minutes played. Out of bounds, Philadelphia takes possession.
And checking out some numbers here for J.J. Redick. How he did last season. 3rd in free throw percentage, and he also shot his way into the top 5 in percentage from long range. Just a knockdown shooter.
And just going back to his free throw efficiency, I mean, it's about confidence and routine when you're at the line. And he had it.
Rozier, he's checked in for Boston. Now here's Johnson. Picked by Okafor. Shot clock at 6. Here's Simmons. Busts the J after the cagey pass fake. Simmons got 6. Celtics trail by 5. Out of bounds. Philadelphia takes possession.
I tell you what, that's just... a major unforced error right there, guys. My goodness.
Bayless the pass to Simmons. To the inside. Bayless dishes to Okafor. And he goes up strong with one hand and flushes it down.
Maybe could have tried for a more memorable dunk than that.
And we know he's capable of those memorable dunks.
Yeah, and when he's got a lead like that, why not take a few chances? A lot more engaging and entertaining than just doing the old ho-hum one-hander.
And Horford, here we go. And he drops it in from the low post. Horford's got his first points of the night.
You know, his ability is matched only by his energy, guys. I mean, he's usually in the middle of everything for his team.
Okafor kicks to Johnson. Johnson the screen. Here's Bayless. Again, Philadelphia.
You can't afford to get him that kind of a look.
Well, you know, he came off a good screen, but still, as a defender, you got to do a better job of fighting over and through that.
Now here's Crowder. Still getting warmed up offensively. No buckets yet in the game for him. Horford. Okafor grabs the miss. Okafor's got his 6th rebound on the night. Bayless dishes to Simmons. Down low. Here's Okafor. That's in, and he's now 3 for 3 and looking sharp.
Every time they get scored on during this run, it's come from inside the paint.
Yeah, they have really owned the interior. You've got to collapse that defense and force them to beat you over the top.
It's a 4-second differential between the shot clock and game clock. Crowder with the steal. Pass to T. Here's Rozier. Sinks the triple. Rozier's got 5. Throws it up high. Johnson gets the bucket. And the 76ers. Lead by 8.
The number of points they've scored in the paint already today is pretty eye-opening.
It really is, Clark. The defenders need to do a better job of closing those lanes to the hoop.
And that one's good.
Not a good idea to let him get such good position in the paint.
It's more than a bad idea. It's real trouble. I mean, he'll make that 10 out of 10 times.
So we've reached the end of...
It's the 2K Sports Halftime Show.
Hello again. What a showing tonight. For the 76ers, the first quarter was pretty even. Their largest deficit of the period. All right, and that'll do it for us here. We now take you back to the second half.
The third quarter now beginning. Both sides looking to pull away in the last half of the game.
A big game for Brown. He's got 11 points, and he's also got 1 block to add to the mix today.
Yeah, and that's just a small part of what we've seen, but it's been a solid contribution defensively.
Jay Crowder out there with Marcus Morris. And it's clutch. Thomas in at the point. That's the Boston 5. Now at the break on the floor, you can... The 76ers number 1.
Yeah, and because of that, Kevin, they were one of the best defenses last year as a team. I mean, they led the league in steals, and that's not an easy thing to do. I mean, that's hard work and concentration.
And guys, this 76ers team still trying to forge an identity. One thing that is sure, they will attack the basket, and a lot of fearless players on this roster.
It's tipped. The shot's good from Bayless.
These defenders look overmatched right now, especially inside.
Well, they've given up 10 of the last 12 points from close range, so I'd have to agree with you, partner.
Hayward, and he uses the glass on the way. Hayward's got 8 points. Well, the 76ers do go at the basket without hesitation. They're fearless, Clark, going inside, led the NBA last season on points off drive.
Well, you know, I like to say you've got to use what you have. They didn't have many shooters, so that means head down, get to the rim.
Thomas passes to Morris. And foul called as he misses. He'll go to the line and shoot 2. It's on Jahlil Okafor.
Yeah, good job to take it right at them.
Yeah, really left him no choice there, Greg. He had to foul and keep him from converting the easy bucket.
Embiid, he's checked in for Johnson. And if you're just joining us, we played over a minute here in the third. And Redick kicks to Bayless. He dishes it to Embiid, and that comes off the assist by Jared Bayless. Bayless has got 3 assists now in this one. Redick against Hayward. Third quarter here, over a minute and a half into it. Plays it up and banks it in. Hayward's got 10.
Boy, the D has to show a little more fight on the interior than they did on that trip. They've got a battle inside.
This game has been a battle, and maybe they're starting to just run out of gas a little bit.
Picked by Okafor. Here's Simmons. And a foul on the shot. He'll go to the stripe for 2.
I mean, even from over here, you can see that one pretty clearly.
No question about it, Greg. I mean, a ton of contact and a good call by the official.
The 76ers shooting their 5th and 6th free throws of the game. And some changes here for the Celtics. Aaron Baines comes in for Clutch, and T subbed in for Crowder. And then for Philadelphia, Anderson, he's checked in for the Prodigy. Shorty comes in for J.J. Redick. And it's the chosen one in for Jared Bayless. Oh, and here comes Anderson all along. Good. Anderson's got his first bucket of the night.
Another bucket in the paint. That's something they just have not been able to stop today.
Yeah, the defense is all about disrupting timing and spacing, and what they've got going right now is not getting it done.
Baines inside, guarded by Embiid. Here's T. And the 3 off target.
And they're controlling the boards, Kevin. That's +5 in that category.
And, guys, you know that rebounding is a huge part, a huge component of winning games. It's not a glamour stat, but it's necessary if you're going to be a winning team. And a blazing start to the second half. They've hit all 5 shots.
And he clearly doesn't like what's going on out there right now.
Would you? I mean, how could he like what's happening? Really had to take a time out there and try to figure out a way to derail their momentum.
Time call here. The Celtics decide to talk it over.
And guys, more and more, you know, we're seeing the league try to protect the health of the players. I mean, you see the evidence on the court. Over the last 5 years, the league has cut down the number of cameramen along the baselines in half, giving these great athletes a little more runway to land safely.
Looking at who's out there now for the Celtics. Horford comes in for Morris, and it's Brown in for T. And speaking of more space for the players, there's even been talk of widening the court. What do you think of that, Clark?
You know, players have gotten bigger and more athletic, so I wouldn't be opposed to maybe widening the lane a bit. I know the owners with those front row seats raking in that cash might not want to expand the court.
Embiid kicks to Sarge. Back to Embiid. Here's the chosen one. That's tipped. And so it looks like the 76ers will retain possession here. And he gets the shot to fall after coming off the pick. The chosen one's got 4 this quarter. Dishes it to Hayward. Just under 3.5 minutes played here in the third quarter. That's the 6th make from the field. He's taken 9 shots and missed but 3.
That's exactly why you don't leave your feet until the shooter elevates. He went for that pump fake, hook, line, and sinker.
The dish to Embiid. Sarge with the screen for Embiid. The pass to Shorty. Puts up a 3. Good. Shorty's got 6 points.
You know, so many games are decided by which team wins the rebound battle, and that's held true in this one so far.
And Clark, their effort on the glass has given them the advantage, but it's also been the effort in general that's made a difference.
Again, the miss by Hayward.
And if the shot's not there, you've got to understand that. Move the basketball.
Yeah, exactly, and I'm not quite sure what his mindset or what he was thinking there. I mean, that was just a terrible shot.
Off his leg, and it's being called a kickball. Johnson, he's checked in for Philadelphia.
Amir Johnson.
And there's a minute 45 left in the third. Horford in the post. Johnson on him. And Embiid with the block. And now the 76ers on the break. And goaltending is going to be the call. So they get the basket there anyway.
He almost got to that shot in time, but not quite. You can't touch the ball once it's on the way down.
You know, based on the response of the fans, I'd have to say they disagree with the officials on that one.
Oh, it's pretty clear, Greg. I mean, they're letting them know just how much they disagree.
Here's what Boston's going with right now. Smart's checked in for Hayward. And it's Rozier in for Isaiah Thomas.
And it was the screen there.